viewer, anybody who comes across this. This is Curious Corduroy, and I got a gameplay video today of Crackdown 2, the Crackdown demo. It recently just came out, and I had no clue. I was just checking the Xbox Live downloads one day, and I saw Crackdown 2 was there, and I got excited. Now, playing the demo, it's a lot like the first Crackdown. I mean, they didn't change mostly anything except for the city itself. In terms of graphics, it looks pretty much the same as the original Crackdown, a little bit better, a little bit more detailed. Control wise, it plays exactly like the first Crackdown, and I know some people are having some beef with that, and I can understand that. I mean, me personally, I was addicted to the first Crackdown. I mean, it literally was like crack, a very appropriate name. And even after I beat the game, I would still go back and jump off rooftops and try to collect agility orbs, because that was a lot of fun for me. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, they didn't change anything in the second Crackdown. And that I can understand why people would be upset, because it's kind of that whole if it ain't broke, don't fix it thing. But a little innovation never hurt. But it's pretty much Crackdown with a new painted coat. A new coat of paint, not a new painted coat. It's stupid. But like I said, it controls pretty much just like the first Crackdown, and I don't know if anybody else has this problem. Maybe it's my controller, but I feel sometimes I have to mash B a little too much to do a melee. I don't know if anybody else has problems with that. It can get a little bit annoying. It's the same with my Gears of War. When I'm trying to lancer somebody, I have to mash on the B button or just to hold it down. But other than that, the city itself is actually pretty similar to the first Crackdown. There are some areas that have been redone, that have been demolished in the game. Certain landmarks have been destroyed, but there's a lot of areas, like the one that's showing up right here, that was actually in the first Crackdown. This little island rig thing was in the first Crackdown, so when I was swimming towards it in the demo, I got a little bit excited that they put that much attention to detail, because it's kind of like with Saints Row and Saints Row 2. I really love the world of Saints Row. Driving around it was a lot of fun. And in Saints Row 2, it was fun, but they changed a little bit too much of the city. I mean, it still felt like you were driving around in Stillwater. But in Crackdown 2, this time you're fighting gangs still. You're a member of the agency. And in the demo, you started out with accelerated powers, and as you go through the demo, you earn more powers as you upgrade your melee attacks, as you do melees, your gunfire skills, your firearm skills go up, your agility goes up. So that's pretty much the same aspect. And there are new enemies in the game, which are actually pretty cool, called the Freaks. And the Freaks only come out at night, like the song "Freaks Come Out at Night." But the Freaks only do come out at night, and they travel in packs, and it's really cool when the first time night falls and the announcer dude tells you, okay, you should be careful, agent, freaks are coming out, this is going to get interesting. And I kid you not, I was running around and I jumped in the middle of the street, and all of a sudden I'm swarmed and surrounded by all these different freaks, these different mutants, and trying to fend them off with melees is pretty goddamn exciting. And trying to just shoot all of them down it can become very hectic, and it is kind of scary, you know, in a sense, because there are so many of these guys coming after you. And not just that, but the gang tends to come out. They tend to come out with the freaks, but the freaks tend to go after the gangs, and the agency is trying to help you, and it's pretty overwhelming. But at the same time, it's like, this was that new aspect of Crackdown that I thought was needed, you know, because it got repetitive taking down kingpins and crime lord bosses in the first Crackdown, and a lot of times I would take crime bosses down without even trying to go after them. I would just run into them. But with the addition of the freaks, I think that's a really cool idea, a really awesome idea. And like I said, it's very overwhelming, but it's very entertaining at the same time, because there's a lot of goofy things you can do with the freaks. The demo is online. I'm not sure if the demo is full 4-player online, like the full game is supposed to be, but I did play with a friend the other day, and I have to say the online play was smooth. It was lag-free. It was fast, no problems with any connection at all. Because with the first Crackdown, and I know it wasn't my connection or my friend's connections, because we all have good internet. So when we would try to play the first Crackdown online, it was extremely laggy. I don't know if anybody out there has attempted to play the first game online with anybody, but it's damn near impossible, to the point where sometimes the game will freeze up on you and you have to restart your Xbox. And it's not recommended playing the original online because of the lag being so bad. But the lag in number 2 is non-existent. The game ran smooth. No hiccups or anything with the controls or with the connections or with the game stuttering. The game is timed, the demo. You only get half hour, but there is a way around that. I saw a video on the internet that shows you how to extend the game time to basically infinite. I think you have to disconnect your internet at a certain screen, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, but the game itself largely is unchanged. It's the first Crackdown, essentially, with the new coat of paint. With there are a few control improvements. You know, like you can now aim at specific body parts rather than just aim at somebody's chest. You can aim at the head. You can aim at their arms or their legs, that's pretty cool. Like if a guy's coming at you and you want to, shoot him in the leg, he'll fall down, which I think is pretty awesome. But like I said, other than that, the game is largely unchanged. But I don't have a problem with that because I love the first Crackdown. That was literally like the summer of 2007, 2008. Crackdown was all I played, like all day, every day. It got to that point where I was just so obsessed with it. And I'm definitely going to get Crackdown 2. That comes out July 3rd, so about another week away. I'm excited. I know there's a lot of cool multiplayer modes. The co-op is going to be exciting. And the game itself, it's a lot of fun to play. It's, for me, my favorite sandbox open world game. It's up there with Grand Theft Auto 3 for me. Except I think this is a little more fun just because you can let loose a little more and jump off buildings and collect agility orbs and do all this crazy stuff. And I'm excited. I'm going to be picking it up. And I didn't want to keep this too long, so I hope you all enjoy watching. If you like watching this video, let me know. Rate, subscribe if you want to. I'm not going to force you to. I don't want to be like those douchey people that say subscribe to my channel. If you want to subscribe because you like it, go ahead. Don't subscribe if you don't like it. That's pretty stupid. But I'm going to go watch a marathon of Man vs. Food, followed by Ghost Adventures, because both of those shows are awesome. And thank you for watching.